But up on the top floor, we're looking at the fact that we've got a 5.6 metre void to the underside of the plant deck in Zone 1. And whilst the building performance spec calls up for full height walls, if you build a timber wall to that height, it's outside of 3604, it's going to need studs at 300 centres, then I'm putting a carpenter up over 5 metres off the deck to be able to construct this wall. Like, what are our other alternatives here? Then equally, if we truncate the wall just above ceiling level, we're going to have massive raking braces at 45 degrees that traverse up through all of the suspended plant and then need to get fixed up on the underside of the ribbon infill. So if I do the services first, I'm going to be working through those to install that bracing. If I do the walls first, invariably the bracing is going to be at regular 1800 centres in both directions, and it's going to clash with all of the services, so we're going to rework anyway. So looking at this in the model space with the architect last week, we started looking at a box on box approach. What we've started looking at is the walls that surround the bathrooms, keeping them at full height, but then building a secondary structure over the top of them using structural timber beams to support our ceiling and to support our ceiling based services. So what that's going to prevent is that'll prevent all of the wires from the ceiling needing to traverse up to the full height of that cavity, all the seismic support for those services having to traverse the full height to the cavity, us needing to build the walls to the full height of the cavity. So we'll build the shell core to start with, then we build basically a stringer around those walls and then regular beams, almost like the bottom chord of a truss, but down at a much more workable level. That allows the high level to be done with the services first and creates a void below that for this structure, and it allows us to do that work in a more logical sequence. So this here, I guess it's another example of we're planning for quality here, but because we're planning for quality, we're thinking about the health and safety outcomes as we do it. What's better for the workers that we have in there on the floor? Is it better for us to have them trying to work through a myriad of services to install structure after the fact? Or is it better for us to design our way out of that because we can see what's coming earlier?